by a CEO who took control of the company at very young age and brought it here to become one of the top leaders in bioag industry. So please grab your drinks and have a seat so we can have some fun and learn what Hello Nature is doing. Thank you, guys.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get off.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out, and losing all control.
Fill up my cup. Mazel tov. Look at her dancing. Just take it off. Let's paint the town. We'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. 'Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feel tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up.
Let's live it up.
I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it.
Smash it.
Like oh my God.
Like oh my God.
Jump out that sofa.
Come on.
Let's get off. Fill up my cup.
Drink.
Mazel tov. Look at her dancing.
Move it, move
Just
it.
take it off. Let's paint the town.
Paint the town.
We'll shut it down.
Shut it down.
Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Here we come. Here we go. We gotta rock. Easy come. Easy go. Now we on top. Feel the shot. Body rock. Rockin', don't stop. Round and round. Up and down. Around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. Get with us. You know what we say. Party every day. Party every day. And I'm
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the BioAg conference and welcome to Valencia tonight. Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a todos en Valencia. Gracias, Adrian. Adrian, but I'm not going to dance and I'm going to keep my suit. So don't worry. So thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. And thanks to participate to this sustainability hour that I promise we will try to keep a sustainability half an hour because it's late and I think that everybody wants to have a good time and drink an aperitif. So this sustainability hour is a way for us to celebrate agriculture and see how agriculture can be part of the solution to the problems that we have today in our world. Let me tell something about Hello Nature. If I had to sum up what we are, Hello Nature is a family-owned business with 50 years of experience in the sector. I am the third generation in the company, and we focus in R&D to find sustainable and efficient solutions able to help farmers to take care of their crop in a natural and innovative way. Now, you know maybe us as Italpollina. That was our previous name, the name with which we founded the company, and we evolved recently into Hello Nature. But why? Because we needed to say directly which was our mission, to clearly state what we do, but overall, how we do it. Because there will be a rush and a race for the future for the leadership of sustainable solution in agriculture. And we want to be there. Now, let me start to tell you what we consider sustainability, what it means to us. Sustainability, many times, has been considered just environmental sustainability, so towards environment and so on. For us at Hello Nature, we think that sustainability is really made by three main pillars. The first one is clearly environmental sustainability. And that's how we focus when we study our products during our research and development pipeline. We focus on eco-efficiency, trying to find solutions to solve the problems of agriculture. Now, there is one factor that we should consider more, and it is soil. Soil is many times considered in the backseat of agriculture. We think that the plant is something that grows alone with products, but we need to start to consider the soil is where everything starts. Nowadays, FAO considers that 75% of the soil is degraded due to human intervention, and we need to find solutions. At Hello Nature, what we are working to do is to get an integrated approach to solve the problems of soil with organic fertilizers, microorganisms to apply in the soil, and biostimulants that stimulate the life in the soil. So, the second one, the second concept of sustainability, which maybe it's the most important one, is economic sustainability. And what I mean by that is that we all know, we are all companies here, we are working to find solutions to sell products. If the farmer doesn't feel that is profitable, he will not be able to buy and use our products. And that's why at Hello Nature, we always put the profitability of the farmer at the first stage. We want to show and prove that our products are sustainable economically for the farmer. Now, the third pillar of sustainability is social sustainability. And what we mean by that is we all know what is happening now in Eastern Europe, what is happening on the logistic worldwide. And this will create a new space for the development of the sector. We are going to change the paradigm of today's market. We will need to be more local with the production. We will need to be more local with the solutions, because we will not be able to rely anymore on the logistics and the globalization like we knew it up to now. And this is why, as Hello Nature, we announced a few weeks ago that we are going to build a new facility in Wabash, Indiana, for the production of organic-based fertilizers. So that's why we want to be closer to the market, bring our solutions to the farmers, and shorten the supply chain overall. For me personally, it's a great challenge. As I told you, I'm the third generation, normally the one that breaks it all. So I have also the weight on my shoulder to show that we are continuously growing and we will meet those challenges. This new plant in Indiana will bring this challenge to a new level, because we will realize what we already have in Europe, also in the United States, but bringing together the production of biostimulants and organic fertilizers in the same portfolio, in the same country. But, and this is one of the news that we want to give you tonight, United States is not only the only country where we are growing right now, and we are very happy to announce that in these days we are creating our new subsidiary here in Spain, exactly here in Valencia, and the new sales manager for the Spanish subsidiary will be Davide Collina, who is there. Davide, please stand up. Thank you, Davide. Will be our new sales manager for Spain, so he will be in touch with a lot of people in the coming days and weeks. Now, Roger, who is a little bit late today, he asked me to make jokes and make you laugh. Now, the problem, you know, I'm Italian. And since Italy is out of the World Cup, I lost all my will to make jokes on football and so on. So let me now introduce my colleague, Philippe, our global sales manager, who will present you a new and different perspective of sustainability. Philippe, it's up to you. Bye.
Thank you, Luca. If you are above 40, everybody knows this musical introduction. It has everything to do with sustainability because it is a song from Depeche Mode called Question of Time. And it is very much linked to sustainability. That's a perfect transition to reflect on how sustainability can be sustainable. A couple of years ago, an American lady, probably a friend of Roger, made a very sensible and very ironic quote about sustainability. She said that sustainability should be compared to teenage sex. Everybody is pretending to do it. Very few are effectively doing it. And those who are actually doing it are doing it very bad. I have to be fair. And the good thing is that she said that this doesn't apply to French or Italians. Fortunately, for the good sake of humanity, we all grew up, and now we can handle the subject a bit more, with a bit more experience and a bit more seriously. Today, everybody agrees on the same definition. Sustainability is a holistic approach, like Luca said, which is considering various dimensions, which are ecological, social, and economic, with an ultimate target, which is to ensure a lasting prosperity. The roadmap would be very easy if we all had the same conception of what lasting prosperity means. As an example, we all feel critical about the sense of urgency to act on climate change. We all know that we have to reduce our carbon footprint, our gas emission, reduce our waste. We agree it is a nonsense to be blind to what is going on. In fact, we all shared the same thing till the conflict in Ukraine started, and that the United Nations started to talk about required action to avoid the potential hurricane of starvation and collapse of the world food system. This relaunched an underlying but still existing debate, which is, should we blindly stick to the sustainability parameters formulated by worldwide institutions, or should we already reevaluate the relevancy? Primum vivere, primum manducare, deinde philosophari, like the Latins would say. This debate is sensible. Any duty of utopia must always be balanced with sound alternatives when it comes to feeding people. But beyond that, you can be sure about one thing. Whatever the crisis, the debate will constantly be reopened as long as sustainability will only be essentially looked through the environmental pillar, while social and economic pillars are treated as second class. When media talk about the farm-to-fork strategy, they primarily talk about the need to freeze cultivation lands, reduce pesticide and synthetic fertilizer inputs. We have to grow the organic sector, and this is true. But our industry is fully aware that we have to reinvent new models of agriculture. But if sustainability is only considered through the environmental angle, the approach becomes more dogmatic rather than constructive. And as you all know, hell is sometimes paved with the very best intentions. We all remember the recent attempts of some countries like Bhutan in 2012, or more recently in Sri Lanka, who launched in April 2021 a plan to become the first 100% organic state in the world. The country has simply decided to ban all chemicals fertilizer. As an organic fertilizer producer and biological, this was looking bright for us. But unfortunately, it is a long process to switch from one paradigm to the other. The registration parameters were blurred, extremely long, and even by combining all the capacities of serious organic producers, we couldn't match the need of the country. So the government tried to prevent inevitable shortage by subsidizing and importing large quantities of organic. But at the end, what happened? They found some product which proved to be inadequate for producing safe foods. So this left all the paddy rice, the banana growers and tea producers in total disarray, and there were some huge social demonstrations that forced the government to put back its decree. Because here we were sadly reaching the point where social and economic sustainability was no longer obvious. This example is just to emphasize that sustainability improvement will hardly come from any macro-level command, but rather from micro-initiative, questioning the adequacy between production methods and consumption habits. For all of us, sustainability begins at home, and our ag companies are the most relevant place to start this shift. Every technological finding we make is positively influence all the sphere around us. Our mission is not only to feed the world, but it's also to be able to question the way we do it. Are the heavy farming practice we've been practicing for the last 50 years still adapted? Surely not. Is monocrop type of farming still adapted when we can produce with more holistic and respectful approach? Probably not. Otherwise, Roger would not be gathering us today under the same roof. The period we are living is not very rosy, but it is stimulating. Geopolitical situation is impacting all of us. Energy costs are rocketing sky high. Raw materials are dreadfully scarce. Logistics is a total nightmare, and shortage of basic crops will be striking emerging countries and sow the germs of political instability. On our own, we can't act on this big equation. None of us alone has a solution, but we all have a collective mission to be pioneers. This pioneer attitude, which is often quoted in agriculture, applies very much to sustainability. Some of us start to blaze the trail, show the path to follow, and every step ahead helps other companies to open it further. Certainly, as far as Hello Nature is concerned, our preferred way is to put local farming at the very center of our targets. For a few seconds, just put aside all the political demagogy, the lobbying pressures, the financial scheme. Just focus on the farmers. Just focus on what they tell us about sustainability. Very often, they are simply saying that this concept is good, but it is no longer sufficient. Why? Because for them, sustainable is not a thing. They are already intending to switch to the deeper concept of regeneration and fruitful development. They are aware that while providing food to the world, they restore biodiversity, soil health, local economies, improve the livelihoods of their families and their communities. Every action we undertake should focus on them first, so that they could get the maximum fair profit that they deserve from their production. How do we open this way? We can open this way by continuing to focus on what we do best. Dream, create, innovate, invest in new tools that can grow crops more efficiently. Precision agriculture, quantum computing, artificial intelligence, sensors, hydroponics, genetics, robotics, and of course biologicals can be wonderful tools. We just have to make sure that these new tools are easily accessible to farmers so that they can draw an immediate benefit from them. Before the COVID and before the Ukraine conflict, our main question was how to feed 10 billion people in 2050 in a sustainable way. Now we need to update and rephrase. Our main challenge today is to make sure that we can feed 7.5 billion people in a sustainable way, but with 25 years ahead of schedule. We all have ideas how to cope. Luca mentioned a few ones. Romain will be explaining some new tools that we can use. But what is sure, my friend, what is sure about the BioAG members is that it is no more time to crack any jokes about sustainability. We have to listen to Depeche Mode. It is just a matter of time, and it is running out for us. Thank you very much.
Got me singing every second, dancing every hour. Oh yeah, you've got a higher power, and she really someone.
Guys, as you heard just now from Felipe, time is running out, and that is so true. The reason we are sharing this Hello Nature story with you, that we all have to follow this kind of a story. Now we have Romain, and I want to share one anecdote about Romain. This is the second time he's in the suit. First time he was in the suit when he did his wedding, and this is the second time he's doing it for Sustainability Hour. How important can it be?
But it's not the same, for sure. I take a weight. No, I prefer this one. Thank you very much. So, quite difficult to follow Philippe and Luca because their presentation was very good. So, first of all, thanks Philippe, well said, or to put it another way. One of the main challenge of the entire business is to perform better by using less inputs less land, less fertilizer, and less PPPs. Basically, we ask farmers to become skilled magicians, but we need also to provide them magical tools. If we talk about plant nutrition, this process requires on one end to reduce the massive use of synthetic fertilizer and on another end to minimize nutrient losses to increase the overall nutrients use efficiency. What a magical sentence this is. Nutrients use efficiency has a great complexity, but we can simply define it as the ability of the crops to take up and utilize nutrients in order to maximize the yield. Therefore, it is a measure of how well plants use the available mineral nutrients, or to summarize, the amount of fertilizer applied during crop cycle. The relation between nitrogen use efficiency and sustainability is twofold because it affects two of the main pillars of the sustainability concept, the environmental ones and also the economical ones. In fact, increasing nitrogen use efficiency means firstly to reduce environmental impact of cropping system. This is particularly true if we talk about nitrogen, which is the main limiting nutrients for the growth and development of the plants. Currently, average global nitrogen use efficiency does not exceed 50%, which means that half of nitrogen fertilizer applied is lost. This number also shows the second considerable aspect of the sustainability, which is the economic loss for farmers, today even more critical due to high prices of fertilizer. Among the level to enhance nitrogen use efficiency, we find on top agronomic recommendation, like the identification of the right application stage of fertilizer to avoid losses and the use of the right amount of fertilizer needed by the crops. Nowadays, it's urgent to revolutionize agricultural practices to successfully overcome this challenge our sector is facing, and we can count on some tool called plant biostimulants. Biostimulants are able to improve directly and indirectly nutrients use efficiency of crops, enhancing plant metabolism and nutrient absorption and utilization to vary the applied fertilizer. Our studies have shown that by using our biostimulant based on vegetal protein hydrolysate, it is possible to reduce the application dose of fertilizer by 15 to 20%, securing at the same a profitable level of yield for the farmer. Nutrient use efficiency is stronger influenced by the soil condition, and in this regard, our microbial range and our organic fertilizer play a significant role in restoring soil biodiversity and fertility. Our beneficial microorganisms improve nutrients availability and absorption, while the supply of organic matter is the first step toward an input reduction for all agro ecosystems. In some academic studies carried out recently, it is estimated that 50% of increase of organic matter in an agricultural soil that as a content of 1% will lead to increase about 39.6% of microbial carbon. This is a magic formula. Multiple benefits derive from the application of our biostimulant, and last but not the least, we have also recently found out the enormous potential of the synergy between selected peptide and micronutrients. For those who were not present during my speech today, we found out that our plant-stimulating peptides are able to act like synthetic chelate. We call this process the biochelation. 100% green and sustainable, as efficient as synthetic chelate one, but with the all benefits of peptides, biostimulation effect. This innovative micronutrient chelation technology, called Key Plus, based on our natural vegetal peptide, maximize the absorption of micronutrients while boosting also plant metabolism. And we are convinced that peptides have many more hidden abilities. This is why we strongly invest in R&D to continue to find the new effective solution based on this technology. With our organic fertilizer and with our innovative biostimulant able to make more efficient the use of traditional fertilizer, we are showing a sustainable path for the future to reduce reliance on synthetic fertilizer application without compromising yield, quality, and farmer profitability. And to provide more of this sustainable solution to farmers, partnerships are another aspect we tried to develop over the years. Both with university and with private companies, a strategic one is with InnovaFeed to develop and commercialize organic fertilizer and biostimulant from insect ingredients, a brand new concept of biological on the market. This partnership is combining an ambitious joint R&D program and the launch of a novel and 100% natural fertilizer from insect frass. This partnership is another way to bring disruptive innovation to farmers and to improve plant nutrition. But I want to hear more from our partner, InnovaFeed. Here, David Lebray, in charge of plant development. Thanks, David.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be here to represent InnovaFeed. At InnovaFeed, we are doing something a bit different from you. We are breeding insects. We know that a lot of you are trying to kill insects or breeding insects to kill other insects. We do something completely different. We breed insects for animal feed and for plant solutions. And we try to do it in a more sustainable way possible. And actually, together, we're speaking with Hello Nature, because we have both shared the vision that insects are going to be part of the solution for a more sustainable agriculture. We are both convinced, we both share the vision that we should not oppose agronomic performance with sustainability, economic performance with sustainability. We are both convinced, Hello Nature and InnovaFeed, that the solution is to combine these two and to go towards a more sustainable agriculture. On a very short term, we are already placing on the market what we call insect frass. Insect frass is basically the droppings of the insect industry and the larvae of insects. And we use it as an organic fertilizer, so to bring extra nutrients to the market. On the long run, we are also, as Romain was explaining, developing new products through a joint R&D program to develop biostimulants, leveraging the chitin from the insects. So basically, we use the natural capabilities of the insects to digest byproducts to create this organic fertilizer on the one side, and then we leverage the components directly from the indirect insect origin for biostimulation. When we discuss about sustainability, I think Luca explained the 3 pillars of sustainability. We see that there is for sure the need to have a credible solution that is efficient. We need to believe that our solutions are going to be a credible alternative to the existing solution. And for that, the frass is extremely performant from an organic point of view and supports long-term fertility. All that by providing organic matter to the soils, by bringing a lot of microorganisms to the soil that have been identified as having beneficial mechanism and boosting the assimilation of nutrients by the soil and the plant. And again, this is directly linked to the insect origin of the frass. Also, we can play directly on the sustainable environmental impact of the ag industry. We know that fertilization is responsible for 30% of the greenhouse gases of the entire food value chain. And by placing more sustainable products on the market, more natural, with a low carbon footprint production model, we can reduce this impact by a large amount. How we do that? The insect industry by itself is made out of a circular business model. So we collect byproducts from the ag industry. In France, we collect products from wheat industry, but in the US, we will collect products from the corn industry. And we use the larvae to digest these products. And we have been able to prove through a life cycle analysis that the impact of our production is 80% lower than alternative. Also, this model is supposed to be local. At the moment, we are located in France, but we are building new factories in the US and tomorrow in other geographies, so to be as close as possible to the end market to move toward the path that we explained initially. So the insect industry is already placing solutions on the market. Together with Hello Nature, we are the first company to place large volumes of RAS on the market. And we hope that tomorrow we'll be the first one to bring biostimulants from insect sources as well.
Many thanks, David, for the intervention and for the explanation about InnovaFeed and the product they are doing. I would like now to introduce Alice, and she's the Chief Marketing Officer. Please, Alice, to come there and make your presentation.
So thanks, Romain. And I'm really sorry for my voice, but I've spoken too much today. So, in our mission, we state that we are a farmer side every day to help them taking care of their crops in a natural and innovative way. But especially lately, especially in those days, we observe that there is a lack, a gap, let's say, between what the farmer can do with their own means and what the system expects from them. So we observed really that there is a lack of education, of trainings, of information about these new technologies, new products that could really benefit the farmers and that could really help toward the journey for sustainability. But often there is no bridge to guide them. So at Hello Nature, one of our goals is to make the system development together, so in its entire part. And we cannot deny the fact that we need to take care about education and other practical tools that can enable farmers to really achieve the goals that the society asks them. So one of the examples of our engagement is the platform biostimulant.com that we launched back in 2019, and we continue to feed weekly, not daily, with new contents like webinar, like blogs, infographic, etc. And biostimulant.com is really a premiere in the sector because it is a non-commercial and objective platform where everybody can gather information about biostimulants. You can find a webinar, you can find information like type of biostimulants, the technologies, the objectives. So it's really something that we have done and we continue to feed because we believe that it is important to propel the biostimulant industry forward. And I think that some of you may have already looked at biostimulant.com and used it maybe for their purpose. And this is really fantastic because this is the objective we have. We really want to make the complete sector to go forward. But it is not the only example I have because we are launching really this week our new website. And in the new website, you will really find not only information about our products, but we want it to be a platform where farmers can find useful information to make informative decisions on the way they grow their crops. So there will be information about application type, about crops type, about nutrients. There will be economic calculators, a lot of interaction, fertilization plan, training. So as soon as it will be online, which will be this week, I really invite you to look at it and see because it's amazing. And we really think that it can be a useful tool for the farmers to help them in their journey towards sustainability. But we really thought that it wasn't enough, and we wanted to do more. And we asked us the question, what can we do to practically help them? How to really be at the farmer's side every day? How to be really training them on the benefits of the use of biologicals and biostimulants. And we found out that we are simply too small to do this on a global scale. And so the answer was simple. We really needed a partner. And then Thought for Food crossed our way. So for those who do not know them, Thought for Food is an amazing reality. They do an amazing activity. They are an NGO, and they are basically an agriculture's entrepreneurial innovation engine for impact. They are dedicated to engaging, accelerating, and investing in the next generation of innovator and solution in every part of the world. So they harness energy, creativity, and passion of a new generation of innovators and entrepreneurs and direct it towards solving the planet's most important challenge. So today I'm really excited to announce you that we are partnered this year with Thought for Food, and we will launch aside of their topical challenge, a topical challenge which is really targeting education. But please learn more directly from the word of Christine Gould, the CEO of Thought for Food.
Hi everyone, my name is Christine Gould. I'm the founder and CEO of Thought for Food. At TFF, we empower people everywhere to create more abundant food systems that are regenerative, inclusive, and sustainable, so that we can feed and nourish 10 billion people on our planet that is already suffering from climate change and other challenges like COVID and conflict. That means that we need to tackle a complex global ecosystem with many players and many elements. For this reason, we engage in conversations all over the world and bring people together, diverse stakeholders, to drive action across the entire food system, from how we grow our crops, how we harvest, store, and transport the food we need, how we package things, how we ensure people can access healthier diets, and how we can combat food waste. We work with purpose-driven innovators everywhere and are always looking for cutting-edge science and technology-based solutions that have local food system needs in mind and that can tackle real, on-the-ground challenges, but which can also be scaled globally for massive systemic impact. One such challenge, or rather opportunity, is about sustainable crop input technologies. As you know, Hello Nature offers a range of biological inputs and services that support a more sustainable agricultural system. Yet many farmers, large and small, still require training and support to understand how to use these products appropriately and in a way that can deliver the most value both to the environment and to their farming operations. For this reason, as part of our global TFF challenge, which is the largest and most diverse innovation challenge in the food and agricultural sector, we are on the lookout for exciting solutions that digitally and cost-effectively train farmers on the effective use of biological inputs, that capture data on the positive impacts, be they environmental, economic, or social, that can arise from the use of biological inputs, or that help farmers capture the value from their use of biological inputs, e.g. by telling their stories better, engaging in effective marketing campaigns, or increasing their access to premium market opportunities. Over time, the way we do agriculture has changed a lot everywhere, and we now have really powerful tools that are available for us to use in our day-to-day operations. These tools give us information and knowledge that can help us transition to a better state for people and our planet. And that's where this partnership between TFF and Hello Nature comes in. We are looking forward to seeing the solutions that will be coming in from all over the world, to see the new ideas and approaches that innovators on the front lines of change come up with, so that we can help make them become adopted globally, and we can actually transform the system. In today's world, collaboration is incredibly important. And to solve a challenge as large as the creation of sustainable, inclusive, and resilient food systems, we need to work together. None of us have all the parts we need, but by working together, we can accelerate all of our individual efforts and make a massive impact on local and our global communities. It's really exciting to see a company like Hello Nature take the lead in catalyzing and supporting this type of innovation. We are really excited about all that is to come and about our collaboration with Hello Nature. Thank you very much.
So our challenge is called the Sustainable Input Farming Prize, and we invite startups and young entrepreneurs from all over the world to propose their solution to the question, how might we enable farmers to learn about and use sustainable input farming methods and make them informative decisions that help them to integrate biological into their practices. The goal of this challenge is really to collaborate with young visionary innovators of the agri-food sector and together find a solution to fill the gap about farmers' education on a global level. So that's amazing, and we are really looking forward to discover all the innovative solutions these young startups and entrepreneurs will propose. And we really want to collaborate with them on developing a global program to help farmers from all over the world to access the knowledge and skills they need to overcome the challenge agriculture has to face nowadays. At Hello Nature, we really believe that collaboration and partnership are strategic assets to make the sector go forward. So like InnovaFeed before, Salt for Food now, and there will be others, of course, in the future. Now it's time for the closing remarks, and I give the floor again to Luca. Thank you very much.
So, here we are with the closing remarks. We tried really to keep it as short as possible. I know everybody is tired, wants to spend a good moment. We have prepared for you a sustainability playlist that will be played after I finish. But let me just conclude with two words. One is innovation. Innovation will be the key solution to solve the problems that are affecting our world. Innovation will be the real key for sustainability in the future. And the other one, as Alice said, is education. We need to teach farmers, distributors, how to use these products in the best way and how to achieve the results that they want. Now, concluding on education, I'd like to launch the very last project that will be presented in October this year by Hello Nature. And it's a project by which we want to show our commitment to maybe the most important thing we have on our planet, which is just behind our feet, and it's the soil. So at Hello Nature, we want to show that we care for soil, and we will launch a project just for that, to know more our soil, to apply the right products, to learn when and how to apply these products in the best way. Now, let me say goodbye. See you tomorrow. If you want any more information, we are here. It will be a pleasure to meet and talk with you. And I will pass now to Roger for the closing remarks. Roger, my friend, it's up to you. And
Thank
then, have a good evening, everybody. Thank you very much.
You know, guys, I don't have the same energy as Luca. I'm not as young as Luca. So I fully understand. This is a very good almond. This is a very good almond. Guys, can I get some attention from you guys? Hello? Come on, guys. Before we start the party, this was a very important announcement, and it was very important sustainability hour presented by Hello Nature. It's going live. It's on the YouTube. You can watch it later. Once you stop partying, you can still watch it. And we are going to make you watch it because we are going to again telecast it live. The most important thing, I want you to put your hands together for the announcement made by Luca Bonini, Hello Nature today, about Valencia subsidiary for Spain. Thank you, guys. All of you. At the same time, they are also launching a new website. I have been a big fan of biostimulant.com, and I am expecting even more from the new website. And the other thing is the partnership with the Thought Food Process, the project, which is also very big dedication towards sustainability. The reason I am making a plug on it, because not many companies are so sincere about sustainability as some of us are. So we want to learn from them, and we want to take it forward as a community. On that note, let the party start, guys. Have some music, have some fun. Thank you for tonight. See you tomorrow morning.
When she's on her best behavior, don't be tempted by her favors. Never turn your back on Mother Earth. Towns are held from A to B by hands that look so smooth to me. Never turn your back on Mother Earth. Grasp at straws that don't want grasping. Gaze at clouds that come down crashing. Never turn